in providing for the poor. However, he was shut up by Jesus himself, who showed appreciation for the action, not simply because he was the one involved, but because of the message in the action. Among other things, the action shows that even though the two elements that Mary used, the ointment and her hair, were of great value, they were nothing compared either to the love behind Mary's expression of love or the sacrifice that Jesus was about to make on the cross of Calvary. My dear friends, Mary's action should communicate to us the fact that nothing should be too precious or expensive or of too great a value for us to use to express our love for God for all that he has done for us. Mary may have anointed the feet of Jesus with costly ointment, but it was not more than 1 pound, 1 single pound. She wiped his feet with her hair, but she didn't have to lose her hair because of that. So, no material thing can compare with genuine love from the heart. Mary knew this, and so she did not hesitate or hold back in her expression of love. This also goes to tell us that there is really nothing that we want to use to express our love of God that is of higher value than what Jesus has given to show his love for us. God so loved the world that he gave his only begotten Son, and that only begotten Son gave his life. When Judas criticized Mary for not giving the money to the poor, Jesus reminded him that the poor will always be there, but he will not always be there with them. This should tell us that whatever act of love we need to show to anyone should not be held back. So long as it does not involve sin, we must never hold back an act of love that we need to show to a loved one. Today, and not tomorrow, is the day we have to express our act of love. So let us do it. Similarly, we must express our love of God to him every single day. If you love God, show it with all that you have. Do not hold back. Remember that whatever you want to use to express your unreserved love and devotion to God is of unequal value to the love of God for you. My dear friends, do you find yourself counting the cost of your love? Jesus did not count the cost of his love for us. If he did, he would have had to say that his blood was too precious to save humanity. Interestingly, it is really because of the fact that his blood was very precious that it became an adequate means for saving humanity. The blood of goats or cattle could not do it, only the precious blood of Jesus. If Jesus would give his most precious blood to save us out of love, we must not think there is anything that is too precious for us to use to express our reserved love and gratitude to him. May God Almighty bless you. In the name of the Father, and of the Son, and of the Holy Spirit. Amen.
On the news, President Tinubu approves a renewed Hope Infrastructure Development Fund. Christians urged to imbibe good conduct during the Holy Month, plus entertainment and sports. Hello and thanks for joining us in NTA2 News at this hour. I am Michael Olaleye. President Bola Tinubu has approved the setting up of a renewed hope infrastructure development fund to bridge the infrastructure deficit. This is one of the outcomes of today's meeting of the Federal Executive Council at the State House. State House correspondent Musbah Danwahab is joining us for an update.
All right, in the studio, thanks a lot for joining us. Now, today, the Federal Executive Council meeting, 10th in the series and 4th for the year, has just ended with a lot of memos being submitted to the Council and some approved. And we have the Honorable Minister of Information and National Orientation, Mohammed Idris, with us to tell us a bit of those memos approved for today, particularly the approval of Mr. President for the setting up of a National Infrastructure Development Fund, which will be coming up very soon. It will be launched by the President himself. But now let's get from the Honorable Minister what this fund is being targeted at. Honorable Minister, thanks for your time.
Thank you for having me.
Okay, this seems to be a laudable initiative by this administration. Can you tell us a bit more about this?
Well, first and foremost, we all know the enormous deficit in terms of infrastructure that we all have in this country. And government, the government of President Bola Ahmed Tinubu thinks it necessary to have a creative way out of the situation. A study has been done, and it was established that for Nigeria to really bridge this gap, there is a requirement of about 875 billion naira dollars that is required in the next between 2016 and 2040, a period of about 25 years or so, to bridge this gap. And therefore, what that means is that this fund is now being established. There is an attempt to spend about $35 billion annually to go into infrastructure so that Nigeria will fix roads, Nigeria can build bridges, Nigeria will fix hospitals, the telecommunication industry will also be revamped, the power sector will also have some chunk of that. The whole idea is to ensure that the deficit that is being suffered by this country in terms of infrastructure is being significantly bridged. I recall that the president himself, while he was a governor of Lagos State, attempted this. Now Lagos is about the 5th largest economy in Africa. It is the kind of initiative that the president also bringing to the federal government now to ensure that Nigeria has this infrastructure in abundance, so that the kind of economic prosperity that all of us desire to have will be in sight for all Nigerians.
Right, Mr. Minister, sir, congratulations on the rescue of the students in Kaduna State who were returned to the States just yesterday. I'm aware that a development came up from the council. What is the position of the president now, and what about those who perpetrated this act? What is the government doing about that?
Well, you know that President Bola Ahmed Tinubu has since taken a stand on the payment of ransom, and he has also taken a stand that all those who have been kidnapped in this country, he will do as much as possible to ensure that they come back and reunite with their families. It is heartwarming that these children, the ones in Kuriga and the ones in Sokoto, have been brought back to safety without the payment of ransom. Mr. President has thanked the National Security Advisor. He has also thanked the security agencies for this feat. He has also charged them that they should ensure that no such kidnappings are allowed to happen within the Nigerian territory again. And all those who have been kidnapped will be brought back to their families. And Nigeria is a great country. We should not allow criminals to continue to take over our territories. Criminals should not determine the way that we live our lives. And we all know that these criminals are not just waging a physical war against us, they are also waging a psychological war. And therefore, he has charged all Nigerians, especially members of the Nigerian media, to ensure that in the way they report about this kidnapping, care is taken to be very patriotic, to be very focused about national development, to put the country first, because these criminals don't wish us well. And we'll fish them out, we'll bring them to book. All those that are kidnapped will be brought back to justice, or be brought back to their families, rather.
Thank you so much, Honorable Minister of Information and National Orientation, for your time. Let's also let you know that the Council also approved the Economic Council team task force, which will begin operation soon. All of this is just to see that the economy of a country is re-engineered for better prosperity and development of a country. We'll bring you details of this in our subsequent bulletins.
Moving forward, the National Security Advisor Nuhu Ribadu has confirmed the escape of Nadim Najawala, suspects in the ongoing criminal probe into the activities of Binance in Nigeria, from lawful custody. In a statement by Head of Strategic Communication Office of the National Security Advisor, Zakari Yawa says the Office of the National Security Advisor, in synergy with relevant security agencies and international community, are working towards rearresting the suspect. Preliminary investigations show that Mr. Anjawala fled Nigeria using a smuggled passport, while the personnel responsible for his custody has been arrested, with investigation ongoing to unravel the circumstances that led to his escape from detention. Lagos State residents are still taking advantage of the Sunday market instituted by the Lagos State Governor Babajide Sanwo-Olu, aimed to cushion the effects of the economic situation on Lagosians. Lynn Leneke visited one of the markets in the metropolis and came back with this report.
With the constant rise in the prices of foodstuff, Lagos State government creates an avenue to provide palliatives for residents by subsidizing the price of foodstuff in the state. Victoria Island Senior Secondary School, located in Iru LCDA of Victoria Island, is one of the venues for the Sunday markets to cater to the needs of residents.
We also have tatashe 1 kg, onions 1 kg, eggs. Please note that all the prices are already discounted.
Residents conducted themselves in an orderly and peaceful manner while waiting to obtain the payment voucher that will enable them purchase the food items of their choice. This set of first-time buyers appreciated the state government for the initiative. They noted that patronage is gradually picking up, especially now that the preparation for Easter and Salah is in top gear.
We thank the government for this great opportunity that is given unto us. It's a sign that the government still care about us.
My first time to come in here, see the tomato that I bought is very cheap than other markets.
I think they could work better on organizing how to get the tickets and the process of getting the food. But all well and good, it has been a good experience.
This official offered a rundown on the process of purchase.
We don't accept cash for accountability's sake. What you do is you go to the POS stand, you pay for the products you want, and they give you the voucher equivalent, which you come to the vendor to get your products. We have some of the vouchers here.
Security personnel were on ground to ensure a seamless process. With 2 more Sundays left to go, it is hoped that this initiative will provide the needed succor for residents. In Lagos, Lynn Lenake, NTA News.
The Naira has appreciated against the dollar in the last few days, from 2,000 Naira to about 1,400 Naira to a dollar. Experts applauded the efforts of policymakers in the financial sector for achieving that feat, stating that they expect the nation's currency to appreciate in the days ahead.
Has impact on inflation, and very many indices. So I would give credit to the authorities that are managing the monetary policy, and that's the Central Bank of Nigeria, and the support they receive from the presidency. In that the monetary policies that they have put in place is yielding fruits. The increase in the cash reserve ratio, the increase in the monetary policy rate, MPR, by 400 basis points, which in itself are contractionary in nature to withdraw money from the economy and literally make the Naira scarce. That's what it literally means. And as well as some other efforts to get foreign direct investment by making the right policies and ensuring that there is injection of USD, or foreign currency, into the country. Also, the efforts made with some loans from Afrexim, as well as some facilities from the IMF. They are all combining together to bring the exchange rate down to where it is, and that's commendable. The forecast that we have is that it will still go below the current 1,400 naira per dollar, maybe going as low as 1,002 or even lower. So it's a good development, and we're happy about that, and we commend the Monetary Policy Authority.
As the Holy Week begins, Christians have been urged to ensure that their attitude is in line with spiritual formation during the season of Lent. Amaka will report that Christians have been advised to pray for the country.
After the Palm Sunday comes the Holy Week, which is the preparatory period to Easter Triduum and celebration.
And that ushers in the conclusion and the conclusion of the 40 days Lent. By Thursday, it will be a Mass of the Lord's Supper, Good Friday, Holy Saturday, and Easter Sunday.
Christians have been urged to ensure they sustain a high spiritual tempo during this period, as clergy encourage Christians to remain steadfast and pray for leaders and the country.
Everybody in this country is praying for one thing, that God will come to our aid and help us supply the poor masses. Because as things are really happening in this country, many people are losing hope. Our prayers are God will divinely visit us this country, help our leaders to solve this problem of scarcity of food, so that the poor masses will not lose it all. But we hope God will surely hearken to our prayers and things will be okay again in our lives.
85-year-old Bridget Holloway give words of advice to Nigerians during this period.
Young people, they are so ambitious. In our days, we don't behave this way. They are too ambitious and to get rich quickly. Rome isn't built in a day. You have to crawl before you walk. This they don't understand. They copy all sorts of this Western civilization, which is not good for us. We are besieged by young people who don't want to work. And you have to work, because you look up, you don't look down. You don't appreciate what you have. You appreciate looking at your neighbor what he has. Young people, you have to change their ideas. Government cannot employ all of us, and so the private sector. We should be proud of what we are doing, not what our neighbors are doing. Young people, they have to change their attitude to life.
The Holy Week starts from Palm Sunday and runs through till Holy Saturday, after which we have the Easter Sunday. In Lagos, Amaka O, NTA News.
You're watching the news on NTA2, your Richard station. Let's take a break. The news continues shortly. Please stay.
Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Ramadan is here again. NTA2 Lagos Network Center is inviting individuals and corporate organizations to take advantage of the blessed month to earn rewards from Allah by sponsoring any of our spiritually rewarding segments on Ramadan Diet, showing between 2 a.m. and 6 a.m. every day of the month of Ramadan. Call to prayers, interactive segment, Tarawih prayer from the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia, living in the month of Ramadan, and so much more. For sponsorship and advert placement, please call. You can watch us live on DSTV channel 369, GoTV and StarTimes channel 104. You can also follow us on our social media platform via Facebook at NTA2 Lagos Network Center. Ma'asalam.
The counsel of our fathers.
I will urge and advise our younger generation to use talent and brain to sort out problems, not arms.
Nigerian youths, let's build our nation.
My advice to these young people is please do not take us back to those harrowing days. You probably do not know what it is.
I believe we have fought one civil war too many in this country. So those who experience it will run away from it.
Nigerian youths, let's build our nation together.
Back to Lagos now, where Hidino has an excessive report. No Hidino. In Lagos, state houses of assembly have charged the federal government
Up next is Global Tidbits.
At least 3 people are feared dead following floods caused by heavy rains which lasted for hours in Kenya's capital, Nairobi. According to reports, among those killed was a police officer who was rescuing trapped families in the Kamukunji area. Although authorities are yet to confirm the deaths, videos and photos that went viral on social media showed motorists stranded in their cars as the flood waters submerged various roads. Weather experts have said the rains would continue over the next few days. The Kenya Red Cross has advised motorists and pedestrians to evacuate roads immediately if they sense impending danger. Algeria is sending 100 tons of humanitarian aid to Palestinians in Gaza following warnings of famine. Report records that the items include food supplies and baby formula. Military aircraft will transport the aid from the Balfarik military airport near the capital Algiers to Egypt's El Arish airport, which is located close to the Gaza Strip. According to the UN, an estimated half of Gaza's population is starving following months of conflict with Israel. Finally, the U.S. Vice President Kamala Harris has said that Israel could face consequences if it launches a ground assault on the city of Rafah in southern Gaza. She stated that it would be a huge mistake for the Israeli military to move on the city. The United States and other Israeli allies continue to warn against an assault on Rafah, where over 1 million displaced Palestinians have sought shelter. For Global Tidbits, Adejoke Odeka.
Let's join our entertainment desk for trending news.
Hello, and welcome to the entertainment segment of the news. Nigerian Nollywood actor Sharon Oja has left the singles club as she is now legally married to her lover. Although she did not reveal the face of her husband, she announced the good news in a post on her social media page. According to her, she prayed for her loving husband and God brought him her way, adding that she was looking forward to her traditional and white wedding. Congratulations, Sharon. Still on entertainment news, the Nollywood industry has again been thrown into a state of mourning as actor Amechi Monago has been confirmed dead after suffering kidney failure and was on dialysis. His death comes just a few days after he appealed for help to raise funds for a kidney transplant in India. Colleagues and fans of the deceased have taken to social media to post their condolences. Now to the foreign scene. American actor Cameron Diaz has said that she is beyond lucky to now be a mother of 2 as she revealed the birth of their son, Cardinal Madden, on Instagram, having kept her pregnancy private. In the post, she gushed that the newborn is really cute, but explained that she would not be posting photos for his safety and privacy. She and her husband, Benji Madden, are also parents to their daughter, Radix. That concludes entertainment news. I am Adejoke Odeka. Thanks for watching.
Up next is sports updates.
Team Nigeria finished second in its just concluded African Games in Accra, Ghana, with 47 gold, 33 silver and 40 bronze medals to finish behind eventual winners, Egypt. However, the eye-catching performances of Team Nigeria, especially in athletics, wrestling, weightlifting and boxing, has continued to draw commendations from Nigerians who expect the athletes to replicate the results in the forthcoming Olympics in Paris.
So early preparation, 1, 2, funding of those sports, 2, we help very much. When you put money into the right channels, exposure for all the athletes, we give us great medals and come Olympic. I can assure you that this time around, the Olympic in Paris 2024, watch out for Team Nigeria.
Nigeria participated in 25 sporting events in Accra, Ghana. Overall winners, Egypt, will host the prestigious African Games in 2027. In tennis, Andy Murray was knocked out of the Miami Open after a dramatic 5-7, 7-5, 7-6 last 32 defeat by Thomas Markach. The Briton secured his breakpoint to take 6-5 lead in the opening set before serving out to love. But Markach hit back to win second set and then clinched the match on a third set tiebreak, having previously been broken when serving to progress. In the women's category, American Coco Gauff progressed to the round of 16 with a 6-3 win over Sean Dodden. Third seed Gauff will face Caroline Garcia, who defeated Japan's Naomi Osaka. With sports update, I'm Austin Edemodu, NTA News.
That's our package on NTA2 News at this time. Do stay with the NTA for more news updates and other interesting programs. Thanks for watching. I am Michael Oladeye.
Childhood was bliss for most of us. We played in the sand from sunup to sundown. Running in the wind, Pollyanna, and letting life lead. But not for all of us. Some children have it rough. Some children don't get to have happy memories in their childhood, except the ones they intentionally create for themselves. Domestic violence does not just affect the adults involved. It can have profound impact on a child who witnesses it. This can be terrifying for the child and can live constantly on edge. This fear can cause serious stress for the child, and although they may grow physically, they will be lacking emotionally. They would have a distorted knowledge of family. They might not be able to concentrate in school or make friends as other children would. Domestic violence can traumatize a child in so many ways. In order to build a society where every child is safe, if you are experiencing domestic violence or you know someone who is, please seek help. There are resources available to support you and your family. You are not alone.
Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Ramadan is here again. NTA2 Lagos Network Center is inviting individuals and corporate organizations to take advantage of the blessed month to earn rewards from Allah by sponsoring any of our spiritually rewarding segments on Ramadan Diet, showing between 2 a.m. and 6 a.m. every day of the month of Ramadan. Call to prayers, interactive segment, Tarawih prayer from the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia, living in the month of Ramadan, and so much more. For sponsorship and advert placement, please call. You can watch us live on DSTV channel 369, Go TV, and StarTimes channel 104. You can also follow us on our social media platform via Facebook at NTA2 Lagos Network Center. Ma'asalam.
Nigeria's Niger Delta region, where the black gold continues to flow and fuel Africa's largest economy, where the line between wealth and poverty has never been thinner. Oil, gas, politics, development, and community issues all are highly valuable commodities in the Niger Delta. How do they combine, and how can they work together to spawn a new era in the Niger Delta? Join Ace broadcaster Mahmoud Akuga on NTA2 every Thursday at 8:30 p.m. as he probes deep to analyze issues in the region from angles never before explored. For sponsorship and participation, call us on 080-584-75898 or 080-205-40134. Inside the Niger Delta with Mahmoud Akuga, the authentic voice of Nigeria's oil-rich region.
Childhood was bliss for most of us. We played in the sand from sunup to sundown. Running in the wind, Pollyanna, and letting life lead. But not for all of us. Some children have it rough. Some children don't get to have happy memories in their childhood, except the ones they intentionally create for themselves. Domestic violence does not just affect the adults involved. It can have profound impact on a child who witnesses it. This can be terrifying for the child and can live constantly on edge. This fear can cause serious stress for the child, and although they may grow physically, they will be lacking emotionally. They would have a distorted knowledge of family. They might not be able to concentrate in school.
them one by one, no, or take them two by two. The trouble you want to, now him you go get. For this mad house, they get them for dozen. Waiting you no look for, now him you go see. Take them one by one, no, or take them two by two. The trouble you want to, now him you go get. For this mad house, they get them for dozen. Waiting you no look for, now him you go see. This mad house, you make me wonder. They make me wonder. Let the moon get comedy. What do you believe? Just any moment,
Dad, so what exactly is the situation?
Agatha is here. But of course you know Agatha is not my choice. So if I were to marry Agatha, she will suffer and suffer and suffer because I don't have any feelings for Agatha. I've said that repeatedly.
That means that, contrary to what I've said, you still want to marry Queen. If that's what you want,